All right, so let's talk about this. So I heard the news from my man's Boxing Block Center. I seen his live stream, and I was like, "Oh man, is this true? Is it real? Did Patrick Day really kick the bucket?" That's what his live stream was saying. So I had, automatically start looking it up, and all the internet will give up is Patrick Day still in a coma. But it was like news that was like 2 days old. And then, I'm listening to my man's boxing blog. He says it's on Twitter. And I said, okay, it jumped on Twitter and bam, there it is. Everyone's talking about it. Lou DeBell, Eddie Hearn, um, Dan Raphael, ESPN. He's sorry to break the news that Patrick Day has passed away. All right. Now, man, look, Patrick Day, he kind of favored Devin Haney a little. That's what I say. You know, um, he was no sleeves. Okay, he was a pretty good boxer. Okay, he was trying to capture the glory that he had captured early in his career. I mean, he started his career back in 2015, and it was what was it back in like 2 years ago, 2017. He had captured a title, the WBC Intercontinental title. Okay, it's not a world title, but hey, it's a pretty good start off. All right, and he defended it like what actually 4 times, but he defended it 4 times. Okay, but on his fourth defense, he lost it. Okay, and then he lost to Carlos Adams, and that was the fight that was before this one with Charles Conwell. And Patrick Day took a pretty bad beating in that fight against Carlos Adams. All right, and then this fight here with Charles Conwell. All right, now what we are looking at is like how Patrick Day had died. Okay, it's like there's so many things that we are like bringing up, like what they can do. All right, now we don't had this makes his third fighter this year, okay, who died in boxing. Now the first two they didn't hit their head like Patrick Day did. Okay, they died from accumulation of punches. Okay, we all remember Maxim. We seen that fight. I mean, he couldn't even walk right, and ref said something's wrong. So they stopped the fight, and he couldn't even walk out the ring. So I had to, bring a stretcher, and he just went, slipped away. Then, as he was being carried out of the ring. All right, he went into a coma and all, but that came from accumulation of punches. So right then and there, what they started doing was like they see a fighter taking too much punishment, they started stopping the fight. Okay, no, they done that for like a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks. All right, with like 2 or 3 fights after the Maxim fight. All right, and then right along with the other guy. Forgive me, I can't remember his name. All right, so they started, stopping the fights when it was taking too much punishment. All right, but with Patrick Day, it was a different story. Now, the only thing I could think of was like if they could have put in like some cushion, extra cushion on the mat, on the canvas. But then again, they tried that. I remember it was like late '90s. It was a Roy Jones fight. Now I forget who he was fighting, but I remembers that mat. Okay, they had on the canvas. All right, that bad boy was like 3 inches, 3 inch thick foam. Okay, and you can see the fighters' feet sink down into the canvas as they moved around. And what it was doing, it was making like the fighters work hard, right? It took away from their performances. Okay, they couldn't move around the ring quick enough, so that ideal got scrapped. All right, but it would be much safer if they had thicker foam. All right, for situations like this, we already know what to do when you see a fighter taking too much punishment. Okay, either the ref or the cornerman or the doctor should say, hey, he's taking too much. Enough is enough. But when it comes down to a fighter falling and hitting his head, definitely in the back, hitting the back of his head, okay, we have to come up with a solution for that. Now, we can't do the thick foaming because, like I said, when I seen, the Roy Jones match, when he was fighting in the ring like that, it really did take away from the fight. All right, I mean, both of these guys was like off balance all night, including the referee. You know, they couldn't get around the ring fast enough. So, like I said, that's strap. Now, a couple people. All right, I was looking at Boxing Blocks Center chat, and who was it? Benny Diaz. He said that they should come up with some type of patent in the back, you know, for the back of the head, which I think is a pretty good idea. Plus, mini boxing, he said the same thing. I remember when Lennox Lewis, okay, when he used to box, you know, he used to have them braids, but when he get inside the ring, he'll have it balled up in the back. And he said it was for like if he hits the canvas, you know, it'll cushion his fall. And he's right, because I remember when he faced Hasim the Rockman, okay, and Rockman had caught Lennox Lewis flush on the jaw, sending him down to the canvas. Lennox Lewis, his head hit the canvas, okay, but with that extra hair back there, it cushioned, Lennox Lewis's fall. And hey, he was able to come back, you know, the next day and hey, knock out Hasim the Rockman. Now, man, Rockman, he didn't have no cushion on the back of his head, but you know, he was okay still. All right. So yeah, maybe that'd be a good idea. You know, come up with some type of patent because not only do guys fall that way, they just hit the canvas, you know, real hard and stuff, but they also get punched in the back of the head as well. I have seen that plenty of times, rabbit punches, you know. So yeah, you know, it should be, you know, something that they, you know, some type of protection back there for these fighters. Now, some people say that boxing, man, it has to be strapped. You know, it got to be strapped. You know, too many people dying. But boxing isn't the only sport where we have these problems. Okay, football as well. Okay, any combat sport. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have these type of injuries. All right. So, you know, hey, to Patrick Day all day, aka all day. You know, may you rest in peace. Okay, R.I.P. young man, and may God bless your family. You know, I really am sorry to hear this news again and to report this news. Another fighter, okay, dies, okay, because of boxing. So, anyways, that's my take on this. This is CMD Boxing Reports. Catch you on the next one.